I'm here hiking in a section of the Sonoran Desert up north of Phoenix. I just wanted to show you how at night or in the early evening the desert is just teeming with life. You can see off to the distance some birds. That's a nightjar. It's a bird of the night, has big eyes, skinny little feathers, or wings, for fast flying. It catches mostly insects flying around. Sometimes comes really low to snatch insects. And there's a sunset. At this time you can hear all the different insects chirping, making it sounds, making sure other of their own kind can stay away from their little territory. I can also hear a hawk, and it's probably also singing to warn off other male hawks that this is its territory, and same time inviting the females to come in. Here's a beautiful saguaro. You can see there it's pretty full right now because of the we had some pretty good rain this week, so their bellows are pretty full. You can see here, these are called the bellows, and in each bellow there's a wood rib that goes up, but they expand and contract as they get water in and out, and they'll preserve water throughout the very dry season, through winter, summer, and it'll suck up water when it rains a lot. Oh, there. We have a little bird there. I just started hearing the cicadas. In many traditions, cultures, the cicadas are an early sign of water's coming or it's about to rain. But when it's raining season, the earth is a little bit more loose and they'll come out and they are born from their previous season. We have also little insects flying around. There's the moon at the crescent moon. And we can hear crickets. There's a little lizard there. There's also a ton of little reptiles. Zebra tails. We have the desert common lizard I saw. They all come out because it's cooler, no sun, humid, and insects come out at this time also, and that's what they feed on. So it has a whole little cycle, or little cycles in the big desert. And there he is, the famous saguaro. Doesn't exist anywhere else but the Sonoran Desert. And it only grows in the south east of the desert range from Mexico to northern Arizona. Why? Because that's where the sun that comes out of the east gives off more light. Now, what would you say only grows in those areas. Well, if you think about it, some of these saguaros are very slow growing, take a ton of energy. I'm not sure the amount of energy they take, but maybe we could look that up. And they grow very tall. Some of them are even close to 20 feet or more. But so they take a huge amount of light energy from the sun to grow, and that's why they're mostly growing the southeast of the desert. Sometimes you'll look at a mountain and one side has less saguaros than the other, and that's because why? So they have adapted, and they have managed to find a way to harvest all that sunlight that is converted into energy through photosynthesis. And then all the other plants and succulents and little cactus do the same. Although some of them have less lifespan, like this cholla right there. Some do last a long time, but I think the saguaro outlives a lot of the plants here. And we have, this looks like a little mesquite bush. And creosote bush there's one there. They're the ones that give off the beautiful desert smell when it rains. And that's how people often remember the desert, or they're like, oh my God, that smells like the desert. Well, that's what it is. It gives us a scent, an oil to be specific, that comes out, and that's the smell. Now, I just read, I didn't know this, that the oil that comes out of the crescent saguaros, the one we smell, is actually a poison. Here's a creosote, and here's a creosote bush. Very interesting looking. Some of them are beautiful, big. There's the leaves right there. So it gives off the oil, but that's actually some kind of toxin, or we can call it toxin or venom, that will kill other plants in the vicinity. Why? Well, survival. They are competing for a piece of real estate in the desert. So when it rains, they release this toxin, that's what we smell, and it tends to kill other plants around. And they also have, it starts from one plant of creosote, the way they propagate throughout the desert, and it shoots off roots, and it grows another baby plants, a few feet away, and then another one, and then they expand. Of course, in this biosphere right here where I am now, there's all kinds of plants. I think it's just because it's the way it grows here. We have a different diversity of plants and cactuses. But if you go to the west of the desert, you will find deserts just full of creosote bushes. None other than creosote. And it's because of that. They have taken over that place of real estate. So, interesting plant. Also have read that the natives have used it to cure illnesses. Some do say it's antiseptic, also cancer killer. I haven't found really concrete research on that, but maybe the Native Americans and their people would use many plants for medicinal purposes. So that was just a little documentary about this Sonoran Desert. Oh, I can hear another hawk singing. Well, that was it. I'll catch you in the next one.